Hello everyone, my name is Adam Rice. Today on the vlog I give cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, to a towel. So today I'm doing a first aid training where I have to demonstrate how to do CPR on a couple objects. And actually let me go get those right now. So, because of the whole situation that's kind of going on around the world that we all know about, I have to do... Let's rewind this just a little bit. For a little over a year, I've been working towards acquiring the U.S. Coast Guard six-pack captain's license. Essentially, it is a captain's license issued by the U.S. Coast Guard that will allow you to take 6 other people out on a boat for charter if you so choose, and run that sailboat as a charter. So the reason I did that was, yeah, it would be kind of cool to run it as a business and take people out, but also because I've always found one of the best ways that I gain confidence in something is by doing like the certifications, is by taking classes, and it was a lot of fun. Well, now I'm in February, and the last thing I need to do to get that license is take a first aid exam. Now, because it's the whole thing that's going on around the world right now, I can't really go in person and take a first aid certification course. And I've also done it about 5 different times. I was an Eagle Scout, so I did a lot of first aid when I was an Eagle Scout. I also am a former wilderness first responder, so I've been through all of that and more. And this time I decided when going to take my first aid exam I would do something different. So I decided to find an online course. Now, with an online course, the U.S. Coast Guard still requires an in-person meeting. They want to verify you actually can do what you're talking about. So, today I have a meeting with someone from the online course which I purchased for the certification, and they instructed me to make a mannequin to do CPR on out of a couple towels and, hold on one second. These. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So right now I'm going to build the mannequin, and then in about 20 or so minutes I'll get on this call and we'll do the whole certification thing. Ooh, I just realized the lighting is not ideal here. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, what we've just done, see if we can get it all in the shot. Okay, you see that? You see this? So what we've just done is essentially created an at-home mannequin for CPR. Now, for any of you who've ever done CPR, you know that, or have taken a CPR certification, you know that when you go, they usually have some mannequins set up that actually you can breathe into, and you can see the chest move, and then they have the mannequin set up so the compressions and the weight you have to push against them to actually kind of push into the chest are very similar and modeled after how it actually feels with humans. So this probably is not an exact replacement for that. But given the current conditions that the world is in, I think that this is kind of a creative idea. I mean, someone had to go through the trouble of figuring out that you have to fold one large towel out in half and then fold 2 medium-sized towels, into thirds, and then wrap all of that up tightly and put 2 little stickers on there, which actually probably isn't that much work. But someone had to think of that. They had to go, okay, in your house, what can you actually use that we could use to demonstrate some kind of CPR? And I think that's actually kind of cool. I almost forgot. They're having us use a napkin as a pretend face shield. So when you're doing CPR in general, you don't usually do exactly mouth to mouth, unless you absolutely have to and you have no choice. But even then, you kind of do have a choice. And so what most people who have CPR certifications carry around with them is some kind of face shield. There's a couple different kinds, but the one that they're having us reference for this class is just a simple plastic face shield with a little hole through it that you breathe through. And they're having us reference that with this. So the idea is before you actually move to the victim to begin giving CPR is you place this over their mouth like that, and then you pinch their nose and you start breathing. I mean, again, pretty creative. Someone had to think, oh, what can we use for a face mask in this situation? And then someone had to come up with, oh, they can just rip a piece of paper towel in half and use that. I mean, it is kind of creative. I'm about to do CPR on a towel.
Right there.
Okay, perfect.
All right, let me give you that scenario. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. You are arriving to the vessel. You slide the door open.
Okay.
Okay? Boom, there's someone on the ground right there. What do you do?
Okay, so first I make sure the scene is safe, number one. And then if I had gloves, I'd put those on. And then I'd go up to the patient and I'd say, are you okay? Are you okay? And
All right, they're not responding.
right, okay, so they're not responding. The first thing I'm going to do is call for help. So I'll call, maybe it'd be the U.S. Coast Guard, Channel 16,
Okay.
U.S. Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard. This is sailing vessel Moon Dancer. Have an unresponsive patient. Send emergency services, EMS, and the AED. I would put that down after I told them my location. Put that down, and then I would go up to the patient. I'd look at the chest for breathing, maybe listen to the airway too, and then if are they breathing or not.
They are not breathing and they have no pulse.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna immediately begin CPR then, and so that starts with the chest compressions, and we're gonna do 30 compressions, 2 breaths, and do you just want me to begin?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Yeah, you'll start listening to me. Go for it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Then face shield.
Make sure you squeeze the nose.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So 2 rescue breaths, and back. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
All right, Adam, I interrupt you. I bring you the AED, but I walk away. What do you do?
My overall impressions from the course was it was actually really, really good. I felt like it was maybe even a better refresher course than you would get in a classroom. Sometimes when you're in the classroom and you're doing this first aid and CPR, you can kind of miss things just because you're in this room full of people and it's going pretty fast and they're trying to give you the information as quickly as possible and you're trying to retain it as quickly as possible so you can go somewhere else. But with the way this course was set up, I was able to do all the coursework outside of a classroom environment, really able to learn it because there are quizzes at the end of each module within this course. And then I was able to take this actual live class with this instructor. And I found that incredibly helpful because it was able to isolate some important things. You were able to do the learning and the actual reading and the understanding of the coursework and then apply it in the live training session. And surprisingly, I found that the towels, having done the mannequin several times, the towels it was actually pretty creative. It wasn't perfect, but as far as like demonstrating what you needed to do, I thought it worked. And bottom line is I would recommend the course. The course that I took was by Emergency University. There's no sponsor here, but I would recommend them. It's a great way if you're looking to get recertified or certified in first aid for the first time, but you don't have the time or maybe flexibility to go into a course, or there's other circumstances that are stopping you from going to an in-person course. Their first aid and CPR course is what I took. It was really, really good. You get one live training session and you get refreshed in first aid, CPR, and how to use an AED, which is all pretty important stuff.